And a very pleasant good afternoon. Welcome in here to the Salem Armory in our state's capital as we get ready for the home opener between the Salem Capitals and the Seattle Superhawks. Seth Hoyland and TJ Muhammad here as the Capitals get ready for their first game at home here in the 2026 season. TJ, the Capitals joining the USBL, a quite prestigious league back into the early 2000s, and first game at home here with the home crowd on their feet. Looking forward to a great start to the season here.
New league, new excitement, and a lot of fans out here ready to get this game going. I'm really excited to see what Zay Gentry does tonight in his first home game back.
Zay Gentry, one of the main returners from last year's team, averaged 20 points per game last season. The Capitals 1-1 to start the season. They'll start Zay Gentry, Ty Price, Caleb Hewley, Brett Hollins Jr., and Cam Benzel. The tip is won by the Capitals. They move from left to right, and Cam Benzel throws it out of bounds to begin this game. The Seattle Superhawks will start Juwan Quarles, Caleb Wilson-Rouse, Theo Johnson, Tay Williams, and Jonte Porter. Salem wearing their home white jerseys. The visiting Superhawks wearing black jerseys with white numbering and green trim. Ball in the hands of Jonte Porter. This is going to be a matchup to watch tonight. The former NBA player, Jonte Porter, misses the shot. Rebound grab down low, and it's put up and in for the first bucket of the game, Tay Williams.
There was so much attention surrounding Jonte right there that nobody could box out, and it led to an easy basket right there on the offensive rebound.
And you saw Jonte Porter in his Seattle debut last week posted a triple-double, and of course we'll get into his story as the game progresses here. Cam Benzel now gives it into the corner to Hewley. Up with the shot, it's tipped and blocked by Jonte Porter and shot out of bounds with 2.3 seconds to go. The Salem Capitals losing Robert Upshaw and Preston Whitfield, two of the leading scorers from last year's team, but there is the leading scorer from last year's team. Zay Gentry misses the shot, and Jonte Porter with a rebound. Porter between the legs dribble, right to the rim, lays it up, missed it, and rebound grab down low by Salem.
How often do you see the center bring the ball up the court and go down the rim?
Jonte Porter with 21 points, 14 rebounds, and 14 assists in his USBL debut as the Seattle native. Went on to play at University of Missouri, undrafted free agent. Bounced around in the G League a little bit, and then was in the NBA with the Toronto Raptors back in 2024 and making his USBL debut here this season. Here's Ty Price for three, and he gets it to fall.
Nice setup, crossover dribble, gets right to his spot and rides right over the defender.
And they're going to call it a long two. Tyreek Price, one of the main returners from last year's team. Cam Benzel, the big guy down low for Salem. And an and one, another bucket for Tay Williams. He finishes with contact, and Seattle looking for a three-point play here.
It was a strong drive right there. They let the initial bump go, but he continued with his 1-2 right off the glass, and he little yell right there after the nice layup.
Cam Benzel, as I mentioned, 65% from the field last year. He averaged just about 15 points a game. Free throw no good, and the rebound grab by Salem by Brett Hollins Jr., a new face on this Salem roster. Should mention one of the leaders for this Superhawks team not playing today, David Crisp, the former University of Washington Husky star, in street clothes on the Seattle bench. Zay Gentry misses the shot, and the rebound is grabbed down low by the Superhawks. Gentry missing his first couple shots here today. And TJ, they're going to need him to be on to keep up with this fast-paced Seattle team.
They definitely are going to need him to be on, but it's early right now, so He's going to have to find his rhythm, but they're going at him on the defensive side, as you can see there with a nice little layup.
Yep, Theo Johnson with the bucket. So Johnson with a 2, Tay Williams with 4, and an early 6-2 lead for Seattle. Ball in the hands of Gentry. He goes down low. It's tipped and stolen by Jontay Porter. You can give him a rebound, a block, a steal. Porter still looking for his first points, and Porter has an assist right there. Man, he is filling the stat sheet. And an early 3 by number 8, Caleb Wilson-Rouse. And an early 9-2 Seattle lead. Ty Price with the basketball. Price looking for Gentry off the screen. Suffocating defense right now. Gentry kicks, catch and shoot. Lefty 3 is good. Caleb Hewley with the catch and shoot 3. And Salem cuts the deficit in half.
You cannot go for a suicide steal like that. It led to a wide open 3. It's going to be a lot of jump shots seen from Salem today.
Down low in the corner, another lefty. Here's a little floater from the lane, no good. Offensive rebound, kick out to Jontay Porter for 3, and Jontay Porter gets that one to fall.
3 points, a block, a steal, and an assist. This is all in the first opening minutes of the game. He's going to be a must-watch.
Yeah, he's going to be on quintuple double watch, or whatever you want to call it, as he is absolutely filling the stat line. Here's a pull-up jumper from Hewley, shot no good. Ball tipped by Benzel and grabbed by Williams. Down low to Porter, mega mismatch here, and Jontay Porter bullies his way to the rim. And an early 9-point lead for Salem. Jontay Porter, of course, brothers with NBA star Michael Porter Jr. And what a season the former Nathan Hale star is having this year. Michael Porter Jr. with the Brooklyn Nets, and really turning into a big-time star in the NBA. Down low, Price falls to the ground, and here comes Seattle the other way. Jontay Porter in transition. It's blocked by Benzel, but Jontay will head to the line here for 2 shots.
It doesn't seem like Salem can get in a rhythm on offense. With the presence down low of Jontay, every time they drive, he's just right there at the rim. They're going to have to continue to swing the ball, get him out of the paint. Right now, Jontay's he's going to be the toughest player to guard out here for them.
And you mentioned the thing that really makes him unique is obviously being a big guy who can handle the basketball. Obviously a mismatch if he's just posted up down low, but the fact that he's going to bring the ball up more times than not makes him that much more of a threat.
And you have to guard his 3-point shot. As you can see, he started off the game with the 3, he has a free throw, so they're going to have to be in help. It's going to see a lot of double teams tonight.
And Porter splits the pair. It's now a 15-5 Seattle lead. Just getting started here in the Capitals home opener here in 2026. Seth Boyland and TJ Muhammad here, excited to bring you the games this weekend. There's a fadeaway jumper from Jordan Lind. Shot no good. Guess who has it? Jontay Porter, dribbling through the entire Salem team, misses the layup, but an offensive rebound is again grabbed by the Superhawks, and a travel is called on Jerron Quarles. Now, there's not much that's going to stop Jontay Porter in transition. He literally weaved his way through the entire Capital defense and got right to the rim, just couldn't get it to fall.
Great contest on the layup. That's what they're going to have to do, force him to take some tough twos, not foul, but he looks like he's going to be getting downhill a lot today.
Zay Gentry looking for his first points, looks to go backdoor to Lind. Now ends up in the hands of Benzel, goes up with the shot, no good. Jontay Porter grabs the rebound. Porter wanted a foul again. Here he is controlling the offense. He goes down low through the hands of Williams. That'll be a turnover for Seattle. Here comes Cam Benzel. Tyreek Price for 3. Got it. So Ty Price hits the 3. And Salem has made a couple threes here today. Head coach for Seattle, long-time NBAer Robert Pack. 13-year NBA career, including starting his career with the Portland Trail Blazers. And he's a beloved Blazer. And a jump ball there as another offensive rebound is grabbed. The Superhawks really getting a lot of second chance opportunities right now. That'll take us to a timeout on the floor. Seattle 15, Salem 8 on USBL TV. And welcome back in here to the Armory. It will be a jump ball here on the near side as Seattle out to an early 15-8 lead, 6:11 to go here in the first quarter. And it'll be a jump ball here between Lind from Salem and Williams from Seattle. Williams will win it. Wilson Rouse with the basketball. He's hit a three. The Superhawks are 2 of 2 from deep here to begin this game. Ball. And shot is it a shot clock violation? So it's either a foul or a shot clock violation. It was the latter. And TJ, good defense there by the Capitals out of the timeout.
Great defense and poor shot clock recognition from the Seahawks. They should have known off the jump ball how much time they had left on the tip, but you can see it right here is it was a foul, but you got to know how much time is on the clock and should have went early.
Bryson Dennis checking in for the Superhawks for the first time here. As ball in the hands of Ty Price. Price off to a good start here for Salem. He's got 5 points in this one. Now Benzel goes at Porter. Porter blocks the shot again. Give him a block and a steal within 3 seconds. Now in transition. Down low, shot no good. And ball ends up in the hands of Benzel. Here come the Capitals the other direction. Zay Gentry for three. No. And Jonte Porter again finds the ball in his hands.
They're waiting for him to get one to go down, but Porter, a block, a steal, and almost got an assist on that play. What a move right there.
Down low, shot might have been blocked, and a really late foul called on Salem as TJ Doman picks up the personal foul as Williams went up for the dunk, but Jonte Porter has really been dominant here to start this game. Of course, had a triple-double in the first game with Seattle. As we see the replay here, yeah, got him on the wrist. And those of you who maybe don't follow basketball as close are probably wondering, why is this guy in this league? Well, Jonte Porter was playing with the Toronto Raptors and got into some trouble, ended up being suspended from the league for life, banned for life from the NBA due to illegal gambling. And TJ, I think it's really a beautiful thing that he's playing in this league, in this game today, because it shows the opportunity, it shows second chances, and Jonte Porter shows that this is not too little for him and that he's willing to kind of start from the bottom and say, hey, I messed up and I'm willing to change and I'm gonna play in this league, a league that means a lot to me. He grew up in Seattle, and to me, I think it's just incredible that he's playing and willing to just kind of be like, you know what, I messed up, that's over with, here I am, you know, I'm me, let's go.
I don't disagree right there, and this shows the true, I think it's a nice tip, Jam, on the follow. It shows his true love for the game to just start from scratch after you make a mistake like that and just to have an opportunity to play here, to dominate, to be the guy again. It's really beautiful to see, and I'm so glad he's out here to get another chance to play the game.
And that's the thing. That's the thing about life. Everybody messes up at some point. Just some people see more. You know, he was a public figure. He was in the NBA, in the biggest league in the world, and the brightest stage, and you know, the time where social media is the biggest. If this story was 30 years ago, you know, who knows how much people even would have seen it. But I think that's just a true testament to him, and really cool to see Jonte Porter out here playing today for Seattle. And what a start to this game he has had, man. He is well on his way to another triple-double as Porter really dominating here. Jonte from the University of Missouri. He's defending Carlos Angel. And TJ, there's Salem not realizing the shot clock.
The teammates tried to warn him right there. Angel wasn't aware, but he also had Jonte Porter on him. That's not a guy you could just rise up and shoot over with that much time left on the clock. So great defense from Seattle right there on that possession.
And Carlos Angel, returner from last year's team, he's on the defense right now. Now they give it back to Jonte Porter. Seattle with an 11-point lead in the lane, and another late foul as another aggressive drive there from Michi Williams. And it'll be free throws, or excuse me, Meech Wells. Meech Wells with the drive there. First free throw is up and good. So it is a 20-8 Seattle lead. So mentioning David Chris not playing for Seattle. Domo Lawrence, who just played in his 100th career Salem Capitals game, not dressed today for the Caps. And also not playing today for Salem, Jack Boydell. So those two not available for Salem here today. And they're going to need to find some offense as Devontae Cleveland to the rim, and he lays it up and in.
You were right on cue on that one. They're definitely going to have to say Zay Gentry going. He's not in the game right now, but maybe these bench guys can spark some run for Salem.
You lose Upshaw and Whitfield from last year's team, who combined for nearly 40 points per game. And there's Cleveland with the steal. He picks Jonte Porter with the turnover. Down low to Benzel, raises and finishes.
Nice touch right there, but defense leading to offense, getting out in transition. That is the way you get some offense going.
And in the lane, a lot of contact again there, as wanting a foul was Wells. He didn't get it, and 17 on the shot clock, 3:17 to go here in the first. It's a 21-12 Seattle lead. The first home game of the year for Salem, 1-1 after a 2-game road trip. Seattle 1-0 with a 113-90 win against Spokane. Jonte Porter going to work, up with the shot, no good, foul called. And TJ, we maybe not see a Bam Adebayo 83, but the free throw category, I mean, I don't know how you stop that without fouling.
There is no way to stop that without fouling. They're definitely going to have to look at sending an early double team, get the ball out of his hands, and make someone else beat you today. You can already bring the ball up the court, so you're not going to do much against him in transition. So in the half-court setting, you got to do something different.
And of course, referring to the 83-point game of Miami Heat center Bam Adebayo last week, he shot 40 free throws in one game. And Jonte Porter to the line again here. And I actually think the guy who just checked in, Mo Smith, I'd like to see him give a chance at Jonte Porter. Mo Smith, a big physical player, and we'll see if they change up the defense at all. As Angel loses the basketball, and it ends up in the hands of Seattle and Wells. Wells coming the other way, now to Jonte Porter. Porter, in and out dribble, crossover, pull-up jumper, that's smooth. Jonte Porter again. And Seattle has doubled up Salem, it's 24-12.
How many bigs do you see often with guard skill like that? The hezzy to freeze the defender and shoot right over him. Wasn't really a hand in his face on that shot. What a move.
Here is Mo Smith with the ball, now gives it to Angel. He'll try the three, it's no good. Jonte Porter there with the rebound. Here comes Seattle the other way, another pull-up jumper, this one no good. Offensive rebound again grabbed by Williams, and Williams lays it in. Down on the ground momentarily is Theo Johnson. He's slow to get up. Here's Cleveland, Salem with numbers. Mo Smith, Porter jumps at him, he's in the lane, and he's hammered by Williams. A tough foul there, and it'll be free throws from Mo Smith.
That was a nice pump fake from Mo Smith as we head into the timeout. He's able to get Jonte Porter out of the paint right there and go to the basket.
26-14 is the Seattle lead. We'll take a timeout on USBL TV. And welcome back into the Salem Armory here in Oregon's capital as the Salem Capitals and Seattle Superhawks here in Salem's home opener. It is an early 26-12 lead for Seattle, and free throws here for Mo Smith. First free throw from Mo is good. So it's a 26-13 Seattle lead. Jonte Porter on the bench, and Salem fans can breathe a sigh for probably just a couple minutes here until he comes back in. But TJ, what a dominant start from Jonte Porter. 10 minutes for Jonte, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and an assist.
He is the X factor, as we were saying earlier in the game. And Salem, these are the minutes where you have to make a run as they give up an and one on that layup. But these are the minutes where you got to make a run. You got to cut into this lead in the minutes that he's out of the game. But if you can't get a stop on defense, this game is not going to go Salem's way.
Yeah, another great look, great camera angle there as Wells able to finish. And yet another and one for Seattle, who is firing on all cylinders here to start this one. Misses the free throw, and Mo Smith with the rebound. And now the question for Salem, again, a lot of new faces out there. Who is going to step up to make up that 40-point per game difference from last year? Another steal from Wells and another layup.
Wells with some great minutes off the bench, but not just on the offensive side, the defensive side. A steal, a layup, an and one. What great minutes. And Salem has to find a rhythm right here on the offensive side.
Offensive rebound grabbed, shot no good, as Joey Potts got the board but couldn't finish. Wells on the sideline, and he's out of bounds. Right in front of Capitals owner and head coach Jason Conrad, the near 7-footer on the team last year, but taking a coaching role here this season. And Devontae Cleveland will walk it up. Now Cleveland, a key player from last year's team. Of course, the Capitals were in the TBL last year, now moving over here to the USBL as the USBL makes its return, and a big-time block there from Tay Williams. Here they come in transition. That could have easily been another and one. And Singh gets it to fall, and this one's starting to get out of hand here early.
It's looking like a track meet for Seattle right now. It's just steals, stops, and layups right now. Salem has to do something different. They need something to go in.
Mo Smith fades, no good. Cleveland the rebound, it's stripped, and another turnover. And the Capitals just no offensive rhythm here to start this one. Zay Gentry missed his first couple shots, and ever since then, the Capitals have been looking for answers on offense, and they force a 10-second violation. There again you see Salem head coach and team owner Jason Conrad. The big fella was on the team the past couple seasons, as I mentioned, and the first-year coach will try to get something going here. Mo Smith again no good. And Salem right now trailing by 18 here in the early going.
Someone definitely put a lid on that rim in these last couple of possessions. It's just not looking any sort of offense, no flow for anything for Salem. And then for Seattle, they're just out and running in transition. They're not even running offense themselves right now.
And you got to give Seattle credit, though. They have pressured Salem on defense, which has caused some issues for the Capitals early. Crossover dribble by Singh to the rim. He lays it in, and Seattle with a 20-point first quarter lead. Got to get a shot up, 5 to go, 4 to go. Cleveland for 3, no. Rebound tipped, and that is the end of the first quarter. A dominant first quarter for the Seattle Superhawks. At the end of one here in Salem, it is Seattle 34, Salem 14. Second quarter coming up on USBL TV. And start of the second quarter here, and it was Capitals on defense and an offensive foul to start off the quarter here as they were looking to go down low and post up Jonathan Salazar. Salazar had checked back in. We see the replay here, and elbow right to the side of the head of Caleb Hewley.
From a guy who's had 12 concussions, that gave me a couple of flashbacks right there. That just looked dangerous.
Yeah, no intent there, but it's still got hit in the head, regardless of if it's on purpose or not. And the official over at the scores table, as they're going to reset the shot clock. A play like that, TJ, that could be considered a flagrant, even if it's not on purpose. And anything to the head or neck, in most sports these days, could be considered an elevated foul.
You're absolutely right about that. But like you said, there was no ill intent behind it. As they get Salem gets a 3 to go right there, but this is a dangerous play.
Tyreek Price doing the heavy lifting on offense. He's the Capitals' leading scorer with 8. Williams with 8 for Seattle. Jonte Porter, the game's leading scorer, with 11. Porter's got the basketball here against Benzel. Step back, 18-footer, no good. And the shortest guy on the floor, high for the rebound. So Tyreek Price with the 3, and then gets up to grab the rebound there. Top of the key for Salem. Ball in the hands of Hewley. Now an Angel 3, and that's good. So Carlos Angel Jr. hits the 3, and 6 quick points for the Capitals.
Way too much space right there, and they're now turning their defense into offense. Angel's huge 3 got him going, but you got to know who the shooters are. You got to see them. There's
one right there. Jonte Porter for 3, no. And Zay Gentry, who has yet to score in this game, grabs the rebound. Hewley back to the basket, now to Price. Now top of the key to Zay Gentry. Now Carlos Angel gets Porter to bite. Now back into the corner. Hewley hit a 3 earlier, and parked in the paint is Jonathan Salazar. Can't do that. He looks like he's surprised, but he was standing right in the middle of the paint, and that'll be a free throw here for Angel.
In college and high school, you could help a defense like that, but in the league right here, you can't do that. You got to make sure you're within at least 3 feet of your man.
So Angel hits the free throw and a 7-0 Capitals run to begin the second quarter. And got to give them a lot of credit. Coach Jason Conrad obviously saying something to them during that timeout, but a 20-point first quarter deficit is now just down to 13.
That's how you have to come out in another quarter. When you start off slow, this first game back, maybe some first game jitters back in their home arena, but as the Hawks go on transition, but they've woken up in the second quarter. Let's see if they can continue to get stops.
And you can add to Jonte Porter's stat line there. Give him a steal and an assist on that play. And we'll continue to keep you updated on his stat line throughout the night, but he has been mighty impressive so far. Zay Gentry for 3, no good. Ball tipped in the corner. And again, it's Jonathan Salazar. Oh man, that should be Salem ball. That was clearly off Salazar. Jonte Porter initially put his hands on his head. He couldn't believe that Salazar didn't hold on to it. And Salazar has had a tough couple minutes here, had the technical foul as we see the replay here. Yeah, it definitely looked like he tipped it out of bounds. You saw the initial reaction from Porter. He definitely thought he tipped it out, but the officials thought otherwise. Salazar picking up the offensive foul and then the technical foul, but gets the possession there. Porter, backdoor, there is Salazar, lays it in.
Makes a play right there. What a pass from Porter. It was almost simultaneous of the pass and the cut. It just dropped it right off to him, but another stat to the stat line for Porter.
Looked like those guys have been playing together for a while. Porter knew exactly where he would be. Here's Price, double teamed in the corner. Porter coming over again. He tips it, and it's stolen. Seattle has a 5-0, and getting up and throwing it down, we'll call it, is Singh in transition. And TJ, after that big Salem run, Seattle answers, and it's right back to a 17-point Seattle lead. We will take a timeout. It is actually make it a 19-point lead. Seattle 40, Salem 21 on USBL TV. 9:10 to go here, second quarter. And Salem starting off the quarter on a big run, but right now Seattle in the midst of a big run. As we welcome you back to the broadcast, Seth Hoyland and TJ Mohammed here, as the Capitals playing here in their 2026 season opener. Tyreek Price with the basketball for Salem, hands it off to Zay Gentry. Gentry still looking for his first bucket. He goes up with the right hand, no good. Cam Benzel follows, no good. And Jonte Porter picks up the rebound. Seattle coming back the other way. They are 16 of 26 from the field to start the game, make it 17 of 27, as the Superhawks shooting nearly 65% from the field.
Most of them have been in the paint and right at the rim. They're just getting anything they want down low, and it hasn't been stopped. But Salem trying to answer with their own layup right there, but can they get a stop? Shooting 65% of the field, like you said, is great shooting percentage, great start for Seattle. And
Caleb Hewley gets the bucket there. Jonte Porter with the ball here, three-point line, a catch and shoot three. Another assist for Porter. And Porter now up to 5 assists to go along with 11 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. And there's a foul away from the ball as Zay Gentry ends up in the Seattle bench. And a couple of words between him and somebody over there on the Superhawks bench.
Porter had a triple-double in the last game, but it looks like he's trying to have a triple-double in this first half alone today.
Gentry throws it up top to Benzel. Dangerous pass there, and it's tipped and stolen. Jonte Porter will bring it up for Seattle, 45-23. Again, they kick it out. No three here. Instead, in the lane, a lot of contact. No call, and Zay Gentry has the ball back for Salem. He goes to the rim, and Zay is on the board. So Zay Gentry right at 20 points per game last year in the TBL for Salem. Salem went 11-13 last season. The Capitals 1-1 to begin this year. They scored 133 points in the first game of the year against Spokane, so they can score.
They can score, but they definitely have to get him going. These other guys, too, they're definitely a team that likes to score in high volumes and can shoot, but it's hard to do that when the team you're playing against is shooting such a high percentage and you have a big down there where you can't get the type of layups you like to see.
Singh gets another bucket for Seattle. The shot no good from Gentry, and Jonte Porter with another board. Porter met by Gentry, now gives it to Salazar, back down low to Porter, up with the shot, no good. Ball tipped, and rebound grabbed by Salem. Porter wanted a foul, didn't get it. Here comes Hewley, he loses the ball. Thrown to the ground is Bryson Dennis, and he will draw the foul. As Dennis still on the ground, and now Porter and Singh coming over to help him up.
Great defensive read right there. He knew exactly where the ball was going to be, made a play, and was able to force a foul and give the ball back to Seattle.
Jonte Porter out there for Seattle with Jerron Quarles. Tay Williams checking back into the game. And Caleb Wilson-Rouse will bring it up here for Seattle. In the corner is Singh. He has a perfect 4 of 4 to start this game. Good defense there by Benzel. He tips and Cleveland steals. Now Tyreek Price with the basketball. He's the Capitals' leading scorer to start. He'll throw up a 3. Gets it to fall easily. Could have been an and one. And had a hand right in his face. TJ, that is a tough shot from Tyreek Price.
What a shot right there. Hand right in the face, good move. When you're feeling it, you just know it's going to go down. Hopefully that could get the Capitals some momentum with 6 minutes to go in this quarter.
So that's a foul, but Price at the other end, not fouled. A little ticky-tack hand foul 35 feet away from the hoop. Yeah, that's as Benzel picks up the foul there. Now three-point line, they kick it back into the corner. Now picking up the dribble, Singh will catch and shoot for 3, and he is 5 of 5 from the field to start this game.
This Seattle bench right now is just coming alive in this first half. Singh 5 for 5, has a dunk, a couple of threes. He's just having a ball right now.
Well, Seattle really dominating in every aspect of the game, but as of the last time out, Seattle with a 24-4 advantage points in the paint. They have a 9-0 advantage second chance opportunity, and Jonte Porter will add to their lead. It is 53-28, largest lead of the game for the Capitals. And they're also outscoring Salem 19-8 on the bench. They have a 25-point lead. Benzel, 14-foot jumper, no good. Rebound grab by Salem, and a foul is called.
They're going to definitely have to be the more scrappy team going forward. A little more bumps, a little more ticky-tacks and fight, because right now they have no answer for anyone in Seattle. It's not even just Jonte Porter. Everyone is getting to the basket, hitting threes over them. So they're definitely have to be scrappier going forward.
Brett Hollins Jr. with the rebound and will shoot the free throws here. The foul was charged to number 6 for Seattle, Drawn Quarles. And Quarles, the first-year pro, 6'6", out of Skagit Valley College. That's one of the things about this league. You'll see guys from all over the place. You'll see big colleges. You'll see former NBA players like Jonte Porter, and you'll see guys from community colleges. The Salem team with a lot of local players here, local to the Oregon area. Now Singh with the ball. Singh played his basketball at Hamilton College, first-year pro. There's a fadeaway, nice-looking jumper there. Tay Williams. Tay Williams from Tacoma Community College. And third-year pro hits the bucket there, and Seattle really pouring it on now. It's 55-29. Ty Price, left-handed shot over Porter, no good. Gentry had the rebound, and it's grabbed by Williams. Williams the other way, and threw it right through the hands of Theo Johnson. So a turnover there for Seattle, but they're really doing everything right now, shooting the ball from deep, getting out in transition, second chance points, bench points, from three, from mid-range, from the free throw line. There's not much they're doing wrong here, and they got a 55-29 lead. Zay Gentry for three, finally gets it to go.
That's back-to-back mistakes for Seattle, a turnover, and then you leave Zay Gentry wide open for a three-point shot. Let's hope that doesn't get them going, but a nice shot right there from Gentry.
And in my opinion, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Zay Gentry, at least to start the season, because if he's not scoring the ball, this Salem team is going to have some trouble, as the shot no good there, and Gentry picks up the rebound. Here comes Angel, now a catch and shoot. Tyreek Price can score the ball. He's got another three. And TJ, he's answering the question of who's going to step up. Tyreek Price with his fourth three of the half.
He is playing a great game right now as they head into the timeout. They're going to need Gentry to match his energy going forward.
So Ty Price hits the three, cuts the deficit to 20. It's Seattle 55, Salem 35. Take a timeout on the USBL TV. .48 to go here in the first half, and Salem on another little run here. It's been a game of runs so far. Seattle right now leading 55-35, and Tyreek Price 4 of 4 from deep. As the game's leading scorer right now, he has 14 of the Salem 35 points. Jonte Porter already has a double-double. He has 13 and 10. 4 assists, 3 steals, and a couple blocks. And a turnover there. I guess the one thing that you could say Seattle could clean up would be the 11 turnovers.
Yeah, but that's a credit to Salem's defense right there. Seattle had a play drawn up, and Salem read it perfectly. They had a post up with Jonte, but the fight from Salem right now is great. Even though down 20, they're still yelling, they're still vibing right now. It's great to see.
Well, that's a coach's worst nightmare, I guess, out of a timeout. You got a scripted play, and you turn it over. Shot missed there. Jonte Porter with the rebound. Seattle's head coach, Robert Pack, Longtime NBAer and former Portland Trailblazer. Porter in the lane, he's fouled. Zay Gentry saying that was on him. And Porter will not be shooting, and it's not in the penalty yet. But Robert Pack, 13 years in the NBA. Beloved player for most of the teams he played for, known for his intensity and hustle. Gary Payton, also a assistant coach for the Seattle team. The 9-time All-Star, and an offensive foul is called.
And that's another turnover for the Superhawks. Salem's defense right now is stepping it up right now. If they can continue to find good shots, there's going to be a different ball game going forward.
Yeah, Wilson Rouse right there just lowered his shoulder, and Salem able to get the basketball back. Cleveland out there with Price, Gentry, Angel, and they're looking for Angel off the screen. He was calling for it. He gets the ball, and another three in the key. And this time it will be on either Porter or number 2 for Seattle, Bryson Dennis. And free throw here for Carlos Angel Jr. He shot the free throw earlier. Man, you could go 10 games without seeing a 3 in the key, and already 2 here in the first half.
I was just going to have to comment on that. It's rare to see 1, but 2 in the first half is something else. That's just a lack of discipline, but they're still playing great defensive, only giving up 36 points.
And again, Seattle without one of their main players, David Crisp, the former University of Washington Husky. Tyreek Price, fadeaway jumper, and he is feeling it. The game's leading scorer right now with 16 points, 6 of 8 from the field, and he has 16 of the Salem 38. Pressure defense here from Angel. Now they give it to Porter. Double team momentarily. Now they go down low in the paint, up with the shot around and in, as Wells gets another high percentage look. And that's the thing for Seattle so far. A lot of looks right at the rim. 57 first half points for the Seattle Superhawks. Zay Gentry with the ball, looking to go back door, crossover dribble. Picks up his dribble now with a little finger roll and somehow gets it to fall. Might have got away with an extra step there, but we'll take it.
Only a top scorer can get a shot to go like that. What a move. Great defense, but it's just a better offensive possession right there.
Shot no good, and after a second chance opportunity, make it a third chance opportunity. Tay Williams with his 7th rebound and now 12 points in the game, as Tyreek Price finally misses, and Jonte Porter with his 13th rebound of the first half. 59-40, and where's the Salem defense? Right to the rim, laying it up and in is Caleb Wilson-Rouse.
Another point in the paint for Salem right there. There was nobody to even come close to contesting him on that layup.
I mean, every person in the stands right now could have made that, as there was nobody there for Salem. Porter blocks the shot, picks it up. Here he comes the other way. Nearly an over and back. Porter calling for it at the three-point line. Instead, a catch-and-shoot 3 is right through again for Wells. And right back to a 24-point Seattle lead. They are relentless.
Porter is not a guy I would try to go one-on-one against consistently, especially down low for a layup. You definitely have to get him out of the paint, but you might not want to shoot those unless you're a smaller guard right there with a nice move.
Well, he goes one-on-one, Adam misses the shot. Porter gets the rebound. Now they swing it near side. A 3 for a 27-point lead. And Seattle can do no wrong. Caleb Wilson-Rouse, 67-40. Angel with it. He'll get a screen top of the key. It's tipped. Here comes Jonte Porter and dunks it at the horn. A dominant first half from the Seattle Superhawks and Jonte Porter. They will take a 29-point lead to the halftime locker room. It is Seattle 69, Salem 40. We will take a timeout on And start of the second half here in Salem. It is 69-40. Seattle with the lead. It's their basketball moving from our left to right, and right where they left off, that is Theo Johnson right to the rim. He lays it up and in. The Superhawks are 29 of 43 from the field and now have their largest lead of the game at 31. And how about the first half for Seattle? They have 4 players in double figures. And a turnover for Salem to begin the second half. In transition, up with the shot, no good. And it will be free throws here for Tay Williams. TJ, I'm going to tell you one of the craziest stats I might have ever seen at a basketball game. Teja Singh, Meech Williams, and Tay Williams are a combined 15 of 15 from the field. Those 3 have not missed a shot. And weirdly enough, all 3 of them are a perfect 5 of 5 from the field. That is Williams, Wells, and Singh. And this is Williams at the line right now. Misses the free throw. But how about that? 15 of 15 combined between those 3.
I knew Porter was going to go off tonight. He was going to have a good game, but from those 3 alone, 15 of 15, you talk about being ready to go when your name is called. 2 of those players are coming off the bench.
Yep.
They really came to play today, and they've not only helped, but are part of the main reason why Seattle has the lead they have today.
Jonte Porter has played the most minutes of anybody in the game. Porter with 16 points and 14 rebounds to go along with 4 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks in that first half. Here's Cam Benzel against Porter. You can give him another block and another rebound. He is absolutely dominant. And the Superhawks looking dominant as a team right now. Tipped no good. And unfortunately, that's going to go down as a missed shot, I believe, for Tay Williams. We'll see. It's borderline. It's definitely a rebound. And Gentry up with it, and the shot is good. Because on that putback, if you make it, you get credit for it. It's a borderline shot attempt, but they're either going to be 15 for 15 combined or 15 for 16 if that's a missed shot.
Even if it is the first miss coming in the second half after an amazing first half. I mean, still a good start for them so far, but it was good to see Gentry to get downhill, get a layup going early in this half. Hopefully he can get the Capitals to make a run, start us off with a layup right there, but they definitely have to get it done on the defensive end.
Jonte Porter playing in the NBA as recently as the 2024 season. There he is right there. He gets another rebound and a dunk. And Seattle with a 74-42 lead. Porter appearing in 26 games with the Toronto Raptors, including 5 starts in the 23-24 season. Angel misses it, and Porter with the rebound. Porter also played 11 games with the Memphis Grizzlies back in the COVID season, 2021. And that was amongst a couple G League teams in between there. As Porter went to high school in Seattle and to the University of Missouri, where his brother Michael Porter Jr. also starred. And Michael Porter Jr. now one of the elite scoring players in the NBA with the Brooklyn Nets. Again, just great to see Jonte Porter out there playing after everything that happened. He's got his back to the basket here. That's a big-time mismatch. Right to the rim, no good. Tipped, no good. Give him another rebound. Up with the shot, gets it to fall. Jonte Porter has 19 rebounds, and there is 9 minutes to go in the third quarter.
I would say bring the help, but what can you do? He's throwing the ball up and just his long arms just having him get another, and he has another rebound right there for his 20th. Oh,
that's got to be something. Yeah, that's something. And it's an offensive foul. which is not what I was expecting, but Williams picks up the foul. That's a play again, TJ, where you got to call something. It's not a no call. And
it's definitely not a no call. You see it right here. I don't know about an offensive foul.
I mean, maybe it was closer to a no call than I thought, but
I definitely saw a no call right there, but offensive foul was the last call I thought they were going to call right there. But works out for Salem right now. Hopefully they could capitalize on it.
It's also a 34-point game, so for what it's worth. And a bucket there, first of the game for Brett Holland Jr. So Brett Holland Jr. up to 3 points. Tyreek Price is the Capitals' leading scorer with 16. And an offensive foul called on Jerron Quarles. And he'll have a conversation with the official as he runs back on the defensive end of the floor. As Quarles picks up his second personal foul. Quarles playing 11 minutes in that first half. Wilson, Rouse, Johnson, Williams, and Porter, the 5 on the floor right now for Seattle. Here's Zay Gentry down low. Great pass, but it's tipped and it's stolen by Williams. And here comes Porter. Porter picks it up, calling for the ball back. He'll get it. He gives it up. There's Williams and Jonte Porter with another assist. Williams with another 2.
Gentry put his big man in a bad position. It was a great pass, but it was 3 Seattle defenders right there, and Porter just adding another assist to his wonderful night.
And that ball is missed by Tyreek Price, a rare miss by him. And then it's out of bounds off the leg of Salem and off Brett Holland Jr. And we're just getting stat updates between the timeouts, old school way on paper, but Jonte Porter is nearing a historic stat line. I don't care what league, what game, what era you're in. I mean, he is having an absolutely monster game for Seattle.
He is. He is their guy right now. He is their engine. They are going as far as he's taking them right now, and he's the Lambo of this team right now.
And there is still 8 minutes left in the third quarter. See how long they leave him in. Seattle is off tomorrow. Salem will play tomorrow. Seattle will not. And there has been a double technical called on Williams and I believe Mo Smith.
I don't know if you saw it, but they were getting a little bit chippy over there, just talking to each other. The ref saw it early. I guess this their warning right here with the tech. Hopefully they can clean it up, but look to see them go at each other now later in this game.
Yeah, I was too busy looking at Jonte Porter's stat line, I think. 78-44, and it will be Seattle's basketball. They get it in here, and ball in the hands of the point guard, Bryson Dennis. Dennis now gets it into Porter. They got a good matchup here. Again, no help so far. Here comes the double team from Gentry. They finally get him to give it up. Shot is no good. And it seems like a rare possession where Seattle doesn't score. Zay Gentry for 3. Gentry turns the defense into offense. Zay Gentry into double figures for Salem. As Porter will set up the offense here. Now hands it off to Dennis. Now back to Porter, 3-point line. That is a phenomenal pass. Jonte Porter to Caleb Wilson-Rouse.
Caleb Wilson-Rouse saw his defender turn his head, and as soon as he did, he knew Porter was going to be able to find him on a beautiful cut and a beautiful pass.
Gentry gets hit in the face, and it took maybe a little acting from Zay, or not acting, he got hit, but a little extra there from Zay to show the officials that he got hit. And the foul is going to be charged to Jerron Quarles again.
The refs can't always see everything. Sometimes you got to sell the call a little bit just so they know that it hurt a little bit. You know, he's grabbing his nose. No, it didn't break, but, you know.
The guys in the NBA know how to do that well, don't they?
Yep, definitely do.
Substitutions here for both teams. Checking back into the game, one of the stars of the first half, Meach Wells. He was 5 of 5, 13 points. Gets his first action here in the third. And Carlos Angel will have the basketball here for Salem. Now gets it to Brett Hollins Jr. Mo Smith back out there. Jonte Porter applying the defense here. Porter tips it. Nobody grabs it. Gentry's got to throw it up at the horn, and it's a shot clock violation. Well, you can look at the offensive numbers all you want from Seattle, but their defense has been just as impressive here today. as they force turnover number 15 of the game from Salem. It is all Seattle. They got a 33-point lead. We'll take a timeout on USBL TV. .6:19 to go here in the third as Zay Gentry catches and shoots and misses there. And rebound grab down low by Theo Johnson. So Jonte Porter out there now defended by Lind. Big time mismatch down low. He'll catch and shoot a three. Off the dribble make it for Bryson Dennis. He's 2 of 2 from deep. And Seattle is 8 of 9 from 3 in the game. Carlos Angel gets a quick 2. And the Superhawks lead 83-49. Ball's tipped and stolen by Gentry. He comes back the other way and then throws it into the front row.
Great play on defense, and you just give it right back. It seems like Salem is just out of sorts right now, and they need a spark somewhere, somehow. I know the score deficit doesn't look great, but crazier things have happened.
Porter with the ball top of the key. He's got 21 rebounds to go along with 20 points. Jonte Porter, a 20-20 game with 5:28 to go. And not only does he have 20-20, he has 20-20 with 6 assists, 4 steals, and 4 blocks. And a man down under the hoop for Seattle. can't tell from here who it is, as they'll come out to work on him. 83-49, 5:28 to go, and we will take a timeout on USBL TV. There you see a very happy Seattle Superhawks bench as they have a 34-point lead here against Salem. But a good crowd here at the Salem Armory for the home opener as the Salem Capitals joining the USBL, United States Basketball League, as a prestigious league that ended back in 2008, and now the USBL making its return. And the Capitals a part of the first group of teams here on the West Coast. Ball is tipped and a foul is going to be called on Porter as a strong move there from Caleb Hewley. And Hewley will get free throws here. The Capitals will be right back here tomorrow. We'll be with you again for that one. It'll be another 7:30 start here at the Salem Armory as the Capitals welcome the Yakima Heat. First free throw is up and good. And then on Sunday, Seattle will be back in action. They'll be playing at Spokane. So no game tomorrow for the Superhawks, but they'll be back on Sunday. Hits both of the free throws there. A couple buckets for Caleb Hewley here today. Give him 7 points. Tyreek Price had 16. All of those coming in the first half. Carlos Angel looks like he got hit in the face there. Didn't sell it as well as Gentry did. Here's a 15-foot pull-up jumper. Silky smooth from Bryson Dennis.
He's also been great off the bench for them. Even with all that pressure in his face, he's just stayed calm, got to his spot with a nice pull-up, but another nice layup from the Capitals.
Jordan Lind with the bucket for Salem. It's the 19th made field goal of the game for the Caps. As Porter setting up the offense here. He's defended by Mo Smith. Gives it down low to Williams. Williams up with the shot. Assist to Porter. And Williams lays it up and in again. Williams did miss a shot, so he is now 7 of 8 from the field. Wells and Singh are both still perfect. Porter throws it full length of the floor. And that'll be tipped out of bounds.
I think Porter just got another block down there. I don't know if they're going to credit him with that, but he's definitely playing 2K on rookie right now with his stat line the way it is.
He has 7 assists now to go along with 20 points and 22 rebounds. That ball is tipped, and that might have been off Lind. Again, Porter getting his hand right in there. As Jonte Porter is listed at 6'10", 240 pounds. Born November 15th, 1999. Fourth-year pro, first year with Seattle. As the Look down, and Salem turns it over again. 87-53.
Just another miscue right there. Just a simple outlet pass that his teammate was not ready for. It's just they have to figure it out. And
That one up, over, and out on the open 3 attempt there from Jerron Quarles. Would have been another assist for Porter, as there you see Seattle Superhawks head coach Robert Pack. And he's got to be quite happy with his team's performance here today. Pack, a longtime NBA assistant coach after his playing career. Assistant coach for 5 different NBA teams. Shot attempt no good there from Carlos Angel, 87-53. Now Porter, double team comes, swings it far side, great vision. Williams for 3, no. And rebound is grabbed by Caleb Hewley. Now to Angel, now the cutting Mo Smith. Bowling ball in the lane, and somehow Jonte Porter ends up with it. Well, again, you could give him a combination of a block and a rebound there. Porter can't get to that one. And Carlos Angel lays it in. Well, Porter hustling for that, as he's got the ball in the paint, a dime, and he lays it up and in. Assist to Quarles.
even when he's making mistakes, forced a turnover right there, he somehow, some way, just always evolved in every play right now. But Zay Gentry with a nice looking pull-up right there. They need to find something to get them going. Maybe it might be the jump shot right there or some couple more defensive stops, but Seattle has been dominating this game.
And guess what we have? A three in the key again. The third of the game. And it will be this time on Salem. So it'll be a free throw here for Seattle. And we'll see who takes it. After some discussion, it will be the Superhawks guard, Bryson Dennis, who will head to the free throw line here. So free throw from Dennis, and it's good.
Seattle's bench alone has accounted for, I believe now, about 37 points so far, and they've only missed a combined 2 shots.
That'll do. Well, the Capitals with 57 total as an entire team. 34 in the first, 35 in the second for Seattle, and counting here in the third. In the paint, up with the shot, no good. Ball tipped, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Wells, as Wells misses his first shot. Jonte Porter was calling for the ball top of the three-point line. He was open and didn't get it there, as Wells couldn't come up with it there. 90-57. Angel with the ball, between the legs dribble. Now gets it to Jordan Lind, who catches and shoots for 3. It's short, and Jonathan Salazar picks up the rebound. Here comes Singh. He was perfect in the first, goes up with the shot, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Salem. The Superhawks have 40 rebounds in the game. Jonte Porter has 22 of them. As Tyreek Price has been quiet here in the second half, and on cue hits a jumper.
What a shot right there from Price. Bryson Dennis didn't know what to do. He had to drop his head because it was just such a tough make. Price is going to need some help going forward for the rest of this game.
Another tightly contested jumper there. Jonte Porter down low, misses the shot, thought he was fouled. Rebound, and there is a foul. And again, Porter trying to tell the official that he was fouled, as he could easily have 8 or 9 free throw attempts now. Was joking earlier in the game that Porter might go to the line 40 times. He's only been to the line 4 times today, and all of those came in the first couple minutes of the game. It'll be free throws here for Wells. He's 2 of 3 at the line. Seattle 7 for 12 as a team, and a miss there. So the negatives today for Seattle, there haven't been many, but it's been free throw shooting and turnovers. They've turned the ball over 16 times, and a lot of times in the third quarter, if you have 16 turnovers as a team, it's probably safe to say you don't have a 31-point lead. But Seattle has done just that. Next free throw is up and good. and it's 91-59.
Yeah, they've also forced 17 turnovers and almost an 18th, but Wells was called for a foul, so they forced 17, and they're also winning the points off turnovers battle. They're almost tied in the fast break points. So all the little details of the game, they are dominating, and it's not even close. So that is what's dictating the score right now.
Carlos Angel has played well in this one. He gets it down low to Gentry, a cross corner pass to Price. That one is tipped and blocked. And here comes Seattle the other way. Bryson Dennis, how did that go in? And he rolled his ankle and he's down at the other end. Seattle might need to foul here. It's 4 on 5 as Dennis hobbling back. Got to give him a lot of credit. And now the Superhawks coming the other way. Again in transition, Jonte Porter, a catch and shoot three, no. And rebound grab by Mo Smith. So Porter can't hit the three in transition. And now they do foul as Robert Pack, the Seattle head coach, was saying, come on, let's foul. Let's get our guy out of the game, as Bryson Dennis clearly in discomfort. And Dennis had a blocked shot and an acrobatic layup attempt, I guess, if you call it that, at the other end. And he will come out of the game here. And unfortunately for Seattle, it was free throws on the foul to give. So Gentry hits the first.
He's done a little bit of everything for Seattle. It's unfortunate that he rolled his ankle, hit a couple of big shots, been a nice backup point guard for them. I hope he's okay, and hopefully he's able to return, but just a great, great game for him.
Again, a cup of water, and over on the training table directly across from us. And checking into the game is Jameer Bogues. Bogues played 3 minutes in the first half, did not score a bucket, and he's out there with a 33-point lead out of 5-second difference, shot clock and game clock. All in the hands of Wilson Rouse, now to Salazar, and now top of the key here to Bogues. In the corner, Salazar, he'll fire for three, it's no good. Gentry with the rebound, 8 on the clock, here comes Price. Price against Singh, goes right at him. Jonte Porter there, can't get it. A tip dunk, no. Rebound grab by Salazar, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Another dominant quarter from Seattle. Go to the fourth quarter. It is Seattle 93, Salem 61. Fourth quarter coming up on We got a friend here, don't we? Yeah, Salem Capitals basketball. The home opener here in 2026, Seth Hoyland, TJ Muhammad, and our little friend here from the Capitals as Salem looking to finish off the fourth quarter here strong as they trail by 32 entering the fourth quarter. Tyreek Price with the basketball, gets it down low to Benzel. Benzel in the lane, 14-foot jumper from Zay Gentry is good. Zay Gentry with another bucket. And then we have a technical foul on the Salem bench. And Jason Conrad, the owner and interim head coach, I believe will be tagged with that one. I don't know who it was actually on or really what happened. As you see Conrad there on the screen. There's been multiple technical fouls in this game.
Defense at 3 seconds, yeah. Yeah, I'm confused, just as confused as you are on that call.
Yeah, the official immediately turned and pointed to the Salem bench. If it's on the bench, they usually just assess it to the head coach, but nonetheless, another point for Seattle. And here's a catch and shoot three, no good. And a high rebound there, up with the lefty sky hook, no good from Bogues. And here comes Salem the other way. Zay Gentry, catch and shoot, NBA three, got it. Well, Zay Gentry, after the slow start, this is the guy we expected to see. But the problem for the Capitals, TJ, is Zay Gentry has 21 points, and you're still down by 30.
Yeah, Gentry and Price have definitely done what they needed to do, but no one else is in double figures at all, and it's been a struggle on top of the turnovers.
Carlos Angel Jr. has added 9, but other than that, really no production offensively from anybody else. As Cam Benzel grabs the rebound. Obviously a tough matchup for him tonight going against an NBA player, but he was one of the Capitals' best players last year. Shot nearly 65% from the field as, again, Zay Gentry goes to work, and he is fouled. And Gentry, a superb free throw shooter. He is nearly automatic at the line. Of course, that means he's going to miss here because I said that.
I was just about to say.
But I'll teach you one thing, TJ. The announcer jinx is not real.
It's not real?
It's not real. This free throw has nothing to do with what I'm saying right now. He's a great free throw shooter.
Okay.
And I'll live by that forever. As Gentry, you see, looked to be a pretty good block there from Tay Williams. Gentry hits the first. He's up to 22 points in the game. Benzel out there as well with Cleveland and Price. And Gentry hits them both, 94-68. Williams gets the ball into Caleb Wilson-Rouse. And Wilson-Rouse will be hounded by Cleveland. Now gives it to Singh. Singh was 5 of 5 from the field in the first half. Good ball movement here. Catch and shoot lefty three in the corner. Another one. And sharing the love. This time Shamir Bogues hits the three. It's the 10th made three of the game. Price can't get that one to go. And now Price and Gentry in the backcourt. And man, I don't know what else Price is supposed to do there. As he was applying pressure defense with Zay Gentry in the backcourt, had his hand straight up. And again, it's a 30-point game, so it is what it is. But
see here, there's a lot of contact right there on both sides. But when it's going like that, I guess you got to let that one go, especially at this point in the game. But nonetheless, a call from the refs.
Singh in the lane, kicks it out. Again, Williams thought about the three, doesn't take it. Now spins in the lane to the hoop. That has got to be a foul. And then a nasty collision between Singh and, it's hard to tell from the Capitals.
I think they just called it. I think they called an offensive foul on Williams on that play.
As it is Brett Hollins Jr. and Brett Hollins Jr., they need to get him out of the game, as he just walked all the way over and ran into the front row and now struggling to stand up. And So after a lengthy delay here, we are back. That was called a flagrant foul, and Salem ended up missing the free throw, but quite the mess and a scary sight as Brett Hollins Jr. got hit in the face a couple times on the same play. He went up for the shot, got hit, and then holding his face was kind of turning around and then got hit again. And there was blood all over the floor here at the Armory, blood all over the jerseys of multiple teammates, and Hollins was being tended to as he came off the floor. And those of you just joining us, it is 96-69. Of course, never want to speculate on injuries, but definitely scary there. Hollins seeming to be tended to just below us here, it looks like, but hopefully nothing more than just a bloody nose.
Hopefully.
As Benzel's next free throw is good, but credit to the crew here to work quickly to get the blood up off the floor and also off the jerseys of some of the Capitals players. And we're back and playing basketball here. 96-70 with 9:31 to go. Great pass by Porter, but it's blocked at the rim as Singh went up with the shot. Now Tyreek Price comes the other way. Zay Gentry calling for the ball, jumping up and down, doesn't get it. Smith down low, might have got away with a travel, and Singh will come back the other way. Singh now with it, kicks it back to Jonte. Porter defended by Benzel. Now swings it far side. Salazar in the paint, in the lane, tipped and stolen by Devontae Cleveland. Cleveland in and out dribble, back to Zay Gentry. He'll shoot for three, and Zay Gentry hits again. Zay Gentry cuts into a 23-point lead, the closest the Capitals have been in a while. And another great pass from Porter, and another miss. Man, foul called there. Obviously a advanced number at some of the other levels, NBA and some of the Division I college levels, but expected assists, where basically it's a calculation of the amount of assists that you could have had if your teammates made every shot. And I'd say Jonte Porter's expected assist total is probably 12 or 13.
Which would have gave him a triple-double tonight, but your teammates are not going to make every shot, but he's still been the most dominant player. But Gentry in this second half has caught fire, and that one just a tad bit short. But what a second half from Gentry. They cut into the lead. There's still a lot of time left in this game for Salem to make a run.
Porter right now with 22 points, 24 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 blocks, and 4 steals. And Zay Gentry still waiting for the update on his point total, but I believe it to be around 25. Gentry also has a full stat line as he's got 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. As you see here, great look at our replay as Mo Smith was battling down low with the Superhawk.
The Superhawks are going to have to find their rhythm back right now because of what the score was. They definitely slowed down offensively and haven't been as aggressive, but look them to go back to Porter on these next couple of possessions.
A 21-point game, but there's still 8 minutes to go. As 20-point leads in basketball really mean nothing these days. Obviously, in the fourth quarter, you're probably in a good spot, but again, if you watch NBA or even Division I games, 20-point leads get erased all the time. Singh for 3, no good. Porter the rebound, thought about going behind the back. Instead, he'll dump it off. A step back 3, no. Another rebound for Porter. Throws it down low, the ball's tipped and out of bounds.
Well, if you want to come back in the game only down 20 with 7 minutes to go, you might want to think about getting a rebound or boxing out. I know it's a lost art in this game, the box out, but you definitely want to push out the 6'10", 240 guy to force him to not get as many rebounds as he has already tonight.
TJ, Jonte Porter has as many rebounds as Salem does as a team. 26 rebounds for Jonte Porter. Salem, 26 rebounds as a team. And Jonte Porter back to the basket there, bullies his way to the rim and gets another 2. Here's Devontae Cleveland. Good defense from Singh. His pass, yeah, just a little low. And that's kind of the way the night has gone, as Zay Gentry would have had a wide open layup.
Yeah, you lost the ball on the dribble, and even when you lose the ball right there, you never really had a feel for it, and he threw it a little too low right off the foot, and another turnover for the Capitals.
Seattle will walk it up here. Ball in the hands of Bryson Dennis. Now they get it to Porter, defended by Smith. Now back to Dennis, as Dennis has been great off the bench here today. They get it into Porter. Porter, tries to go up and almost had a poster dunk as Cam Benzel saves himself from being on a highlight reel. He'll take the foul.
I love the challenge, though. I love not backing down, not giving up an easy two right there, but let's see it right here. Ooh.
Now Porter came up a little slow, kind of holding his back. Hopefully he's all right. As you can see, looks a little stiff there as Cam Benzel picked up the foul. And second free throw coming here from Porter. Well, I can tell you this team is going to be scary, especially when they get David Crisp back. Again, not sure the reason he's not playing today, but the former University.
Hey!
Nice play there as Tyreek Price throws the alley-oop to Benzel, and Benzel picks up another technical foul as he turns to Jonte Porter and points right at him. And Benzel,
it's a perfect play. Caught Jonte slipping right to the rim and a nice dunk, but you cannot point at him. The man has 25 rebounds in the game, but it definitely woke the crowd up, and what a pass, what a play.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be pointing at the guy who's got 25 and 25. But hey, it is what it is. 100-77. That is the third technical foul in the game to go along with 2 3-second violations. As Jonte Porter fighting for the basketball, he's now got it top of the key. Now gives it near side to Bose. Porter, give and go in the corner, catch and shoot three is off, and Zay Gentry with the rebound. 23-point game. Crossover dribble, Gentry kicks it backdoor to Cleveland. Mo Smith wasn't expecting it. Now he swings it near side to Tyreek Price. Price has been quiet here in the second half. Double team comes, and another three in the key. We will have a timeout called on the floor. So Salem not going away. We'll have free throws here for the Caps after another technical foul on the floor. 6:23 to go. It is 100-77 on USBL.TV. 100-77 as Zay Gentry will go to the line here after another defensive three in the key. And his free throw is good. So Zay Gentry brings Salem a little closer. And TJ, you got to give the Capitals a lot of credit. The Superhawks, again, have been dominant in every stretch of the imagination, but Salem easily could have just gotten buried here, but they fought back, and it's a 22-point game here. They've trailed by as many as 35.
A lot of credit. They've been well defensively overall in the game, forcing a lot of turnovers. Just their offense couldn't get going, and now that it has, they've made it a little bit of a game. They need one more run to get it going, and let's see if they can get it.
There's a layup from Wells, another bucket from Wells as he gets that to fall, 102-78. And another rebound to Jonte Porter. Still waiting for updated numbers. As of the start of the fourth quarter, Porter had 24 rebounds. As Cam Benzel gets that to fall. Another high percentage look for him, 102-80. I think Porter's probably close to 30 boards in this game.
He's very close. He might end up with 30 boards in the game. And he has been dominant so far, but I give credit. They've only allowed him to score only 24 points and another stop for Salem.
And another phenomenal pass and a missed shot from Jonathan Salazar this time as Porter gets robbed of what would have been another assist. Benzel fighting for position and Singh fouls him. And that will be free throws for Cam Benzel.
That dunk definitely woke him up. He was struggling. He was 1 for 7 earlier. Then he has the dunk, the layup, and now he's probably going to add some to the free throw line. There was nothing Singh could do down there, and Benzel waking up a little bit for the Capitals.
So again for Salem, not active here today. As the first free throw is up and no good. Rimmel Lawrence not active today. Jack Boydell also not active today for Salem. Again, David Crisp, one of the stars for Seattle, not active today. And also not active is Joel Meske for Salem. 102-81. Updated totals here. Yeah, Jonte Porter, 25 and 25. I guess will settle for that. 5 blocks and 6 assists. Zay Gentry with 26. He goes up with the shot, no good. Porter couldn't get to that one. Down low, they're trying to play keep away, and well, that's a perfect example of what a shot blocker does. As Jonte Porter didn't even jump, and he got Mo Smith to miss that one badly. Just the presence of him being down low has affected this game, and to be fair to Salem, I don't think they're going to be the only team that happens to this year.
Not at all. They should give him credit for a scare block right there. Just his mere presence, like you said, down low, it caused the shot to go all the way over the rim.
102-81. Price between the legs dribble, another tough pull-up, no good. Jonte Porter says, give me that. Rebound number 26. And now the point center will walk it up. He's calling for a screen and gets one. Now looks and again passes it off to Salazar. Salazar in the lane. He's been off offensively. Another potential assist for Porter that's taken away. Price gives it to Gentry. Down low to Benzel. Right on his back was Singh. And he puts it up and in.
Good ball movement. A nice skip pass from Price. Instead of settling for the pull-up, Agent Zero throws it down low to Benzel. Give a big fella another touch.
Porter. Little floater, good. 27 points now for Jonte Porter. And another technical foul. Technical foul again called on Seattle. Unbelievable. I think that's the 5th technical of the game.
I believe you're right, another technical.
That is the 5th technical called here today, plus the 3 in the keys. And again, there you see Seattle head coach Robert Pack, as his team is led by as many as 35 here today. They lead by 20 over final media timeout of the game. 3:48 to go. Hawks 104, Caps 84 on USBL TV. 104-84. 3:48 to go here in the fourth, as the Capitals have really trailed, from start to finish in this one. Seattle well on their way to 2-0. And again, the story here tonight, Jontay Porter, 27 points and 26 rebounds to go along with 6 assists, 4 steals, and 5 block shots. Zay Gentry, big-time second half for the Capitals. He's up to 28 points here today. Tyreek Price, no good. Jontay Porter, rebound number 27.
Price has been struggling in this second half. Only 3 points in the half after a great 16-point first half. He has 3 minutes to figure it out.
They get it to Porter, back to the basket. Cleveland takes it right out of his hand, says, "Give me that." In transition, Cleveland lays it in.
If there's one thing Porter hasn't done well today, that's to control the ball. He has 5 turnovers now in the game.
I think Porter was more so mad at his teammates for not letting him know that someone was coming from behind. As another shot is no good, and this will be a goaltend. And one, as Jonathan Salazar has really struggled from the field, just 1 of 7. And he'll get that one to fall, and now the official saying, "My bad," and talking things over, as they're saying no goaltend, and it will be 2 shots. I think that's the right call.
I agree. Let's see, right?
And now the 3 officials will talk things over together. And we'll see here, Robert Pack pleading his case. You see the longtime NBA assistant coach and Seattle Superhawks head coach. Officials still talking things over here. And now they're going to bring Jason Conrad over to meet with Robert Pack. And we'll get a pretty good idea by these coaches' reactions as to what the call is. So far animated from Robert Pack, Jason Conrad smiling, so. Zay Gentry getting in on the action. 3 minutes to go. It is now smiles all around.
It's always good to see 2 good coaches talking to each other.
They will count it. So the goaltend will stand. And free throw here to complete the and one for Jonathan Salazar. So it is 106-86 and another and one for Seattle. As Salem with a loss here will go to 1-2. The Capitals have scored over 100 in every game this year. They scored 133 in the win over Spokane and scored, 98 in the loss to Yakima. Right now, 86 points, 2:50 to go. Cleveland with it in the lane. Aggressive move, no good. Rebound number 28 for Porter. Floater in the lane, up, no good. Benzel grabs it, tries to throw it off the leg of a Superhawk. And Jontay Porter down at the other end. 3 is good from Zay Gentry. And Jontay Porter flexing his left wrist as Mo Smith fell on Porter. And Porter is up and walking around, but to be in a little bit of discomfort at the far end as they're getting the residue mopped up on the floor.
Gentry's up to 31 now in the game. He's had a great second half. That was a deep 3 from far out, just pulling up to cut down into this lead and hopefully make a run at it with 2 minutes to go.
107-89, 2:20 to go here at the Armory. In the home season opener, Singh catch and shoot 3, no. Ball tipped, again Porter gets his hand on it, but Cleveland grabs it. And Tyreek Price comes the other way for Salem. Down low, Mo Smith posting up. In the lane, no. But he'll go to the line. Looks like it's going to be a story of, well, coming too late for the Capitals as they really got off to a slow start in this game. Salem trailed 34-14 at the end of one, and that 20-point difference, obviously the difference in the game now.
Yeah, like you said, it's the difference in the game. Their offense definitely came alive in the second half. We've been a lot closer in the margins, but when you get off to a slow start like that and against a really good team and a dominant player like Jontay Porter, it's really hard to come back, but they're making a run for it right now.
Well, for Salem, they'll be right back at it tomorrow night, so not much time to think about this. And I don't know about you, TJ, but after a loss, always like to get back to it as soon as possible. It's the worst to have a loss like this and then have a week plus off.
I agree. So they will definitely be able to get back after it tomorrow, and hopefully they could build off the second half offensive performance.
This ball is tipped and stolen. Gentry with 31, kicks it to Price. Down goes Singh. Here's a three from Gentry, no. Benzel the rebound. Cleveland picks it up and travel. Yeah, Cleveland not much of a three-point shooter. Had a wide open look. Mo Smith telling him to put the shot up. And Cleveland will be called for the travel.
That's why you cannot make jump passes. You always have to play off two. If he plays off two right there, he sees the guy coming over to help as he was trying to pass it to Price and made a late decision. But that turnover was very costly in a late run from the Capitals.
107-90, closing seconds here as Singh will bring it up. 1:30 to go. Crossover dribble for him. He was perfect in the first half. In the corner, Williams, he was also perfect in that first half. 17 points for Tay Williams. As Porter now going against Mo Smith. Turnaround, fade away jumper. Silky smooth from Jontay Porter, and he caps off a monster game. Price no good. Jontay Porter the rebound. That is either 29 or 30 rebounds for Jontay Porter.
He's calling the ball back now too.
Yep, a bucket here would give him 30. He missed it. And Zay Gentry with the rebound. Gentry now in the lane, up with the shot. He missed it. Porter says, give me that. And give him his 30th rebound of the game and give him an assist. Porter with another assist as Tay Williams goes up and gets it. And Seattle with a 19-point lead, and Jontay Porter with a monster game. Cam Benzel for three, no good. And Porter will grab it and gives his teammate a pat on the back as Jontay Porter with a 30-rebound game. Now in the lane, laying it up and in is Bogues. And I believe Jontay Porter is going to finish 1 point shy of 30 and 30. 113-90 as Tyreek Price for three, no good. Porter the rebound. He's got a big smile on his face. He knows that he just had a monster game. And the Seattle Superhawks, led by former NBAer Jontay Porter, with just a superb performance here tonight. Final score, Seattle 113, Salem 90. And we'll see if we can't get a final stat sheet here before, but Jontay Porter, 30-plus rebounds in the game to go along with 29 points as he led the way on both ends of the floor. Zay Gentry, 31 points for Salem. Cam Benzel added 10, Tyreek Price added 19. Most of those points coming in the first half, as Tay Williams added 19 as well for Seattle. Seattle with 6 double-figure scorers. Wilson Rouse with 11, Tay Williams with 19, Jontay Porter with 29, Bryson Daniels with 12, Wells with 16, and Singh with 11 here today for Seattle. And TJ, you look at the overall stats in the game. Again, we talked about it. Really, the hole that Salem got to in the first quarter, trailing by 20 points. They recovered nicely, including a big fourth quarter, but Salem coming up just a little bit short here against a really good Seattle team.
The Seattle team is really good, like you said, but at least they showed the fight that they showed in the second half. It shows you that they are capable of playing with any team out here. It was the bench points, really, 41 bench points from Seattle, and at one point they had 2 players off the bench who had not missed a shot in that first half, and it was just too little too late with the run they had.
And cool to see down there right now, Jonte Porter taking a couple pictures with some young fans as the Seattle Superhawks walk off the floor here. Salem making their rounds after the home opener, as they always do. Clapping hands with the fans here courtside, led by Jason Conrad, the team owner and head coach this season. And TJ, tomorrow the Salem Capitals will host Yakima right back here, and again, looking at an opportunity to play 24 hours later and really right what they did here today.
Yeah, it's a really bounce back. You could let this game go as soon as they go to sleep. The game is gone. You're on to tomorrow preparation and everything, and hopefully Gentry and Price can get some more help tomorrow.
So final score again here today: Seattle 113, Salem 90. As Jonte Porter with a monster 30-plus rebound game here today. Give him 7 assists, 4 steals, and 5 block shots as well. That'll do it for us here. For my partner TJ Muhammad, I'm Seth Hoyland saying so long from Salem. We will talk to you tomorrow night on the USBL TV.